This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. That's not me. Um. Oh, yeah. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review detailed warnings which contain spoilers, alternatively in-game content warnings that could be able to text menu at any time? Heck no! By playing DDLC, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region. Yeah. Oh my god. I haven't heard this song in so fucking long. What? What's up, guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, after I don't know how long, hold on, let me count, 7 to 8 years, I haven't played this game. Oh my god. It's DDLC Plus. I never played Plus, I only played the old one. So let's just dive right in. I literally forget everything, by the way. Enter your name. Illumili. Oops. Milanat. Oh god. Alright, this was the first thing I remember. Yeah, this. Hey. Should I do a voice act? I don't know. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Iori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. I'm not making those sounds. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I was about to. That's mean a little like that. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say. Hahaha. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Illinois Nat. Bro, I should have called myself Lily Darn Boy. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Dismissive? Submissive. Sarah likes to Sarah likes to worry a little bit too much about me. And I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending free time on games and anime. Anime! Huh? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I got many skills! Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why is that dude just like me? Leon, shut up. I'm a different person in school than I'm with you. Yay. Why do I let myself get led shit by such a carefree girl? Literally. More than that, I'm surprised to even let myself roll into her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Never mind, please not like me. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Come on, bro, I would never go there. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom where I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Wow. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Bro, what? Okay, what does this? History. Okay, nothing. Settings. It's just settings. Yeah, I was here before. Make the text speed a bit more. Auto forward time. Dialog box size, not that big. No. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There is no way I'm going to your club. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Nice. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl 1. Nah, that's crazy. Ellery. Sorry always says nice things about you. Get up. Seriously, you brought a boy? Natsuki. Way to kill the atmosphere. Shush. Ah, Illuminati, what a nice surprise. Get the fuck out, Monica. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club. No, that's crazy. That would never happen in real life. What you looking at? Definitely not you. You're flat. Just. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Bro, why am I saying Natsuki? I always used to say Natsuki. I don't know. I just don't say it anymore. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki. Apparently is one I don't recognize. I recognize her. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Don't tell her that. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Wow, you actually paid attention. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Now I said Bo, okay. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Will you? Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to be both of you. Yeah. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's good to see you again, Illumili Nat. You really have to say that in text. It's not like I could see that on her face. Okay. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we are in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Illumili Nat. I made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. What do you mean, or? I'll get cupcakes. Why not both? Hey, I made them. I get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about you make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Bro, I swear, Monica's Legion's waifu, I don't know why. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. I think bro took that popular and athletic a bit too seriously. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray, reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Why did I make that voice? I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. How? Haha, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Yes. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Well, no shit! I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. No shit she did! This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Make them for you or anything. Soon, right? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know, you dummy. But not for you. No, you dummy. Cinderella. Alright. I give up on Natsuki weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each other before sitting down at the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Sorry, I just remembered to see all that. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Depends. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I didn't even consider it! I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sarah seemed really happy, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to take my As president of the literature club, it's my duty to take the club fun and make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the I don't know how to say that word. Budget. And publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. You're also not in agreement. Get the fuck out! Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start in a club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Yeah. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Except Sayori. Maybe that's why they are also delighted by the idea of new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with that level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Wilmodat, what kind of things do you like to read? Manga. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I also don't read manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's hat suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Right, she likes manga too. My girl. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking just to hear your sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Wasn't you like I forgot the name of the books. Well, let's see. Yuri traced the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels. Yeah, novels. That build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Why am I reading so weird? I don't know. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological element usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. What kind of nerd talk is this? I read a horror book once. I desperately glanced something and I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. I mean, I think The Rock would be a bit better than me. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes started on me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about your cute things, don't you, Natsuki? About cute things, not your cute things. I don't know what you're talking about. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. That's... Oof! Imagine opening a scrap paper. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. What the fuck is this talk here? Sarah slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Tsunare! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Yeah, I'm not able to do that. Why don't you share them sometime? No. And Natsuki averts her eyes. Tsunare! You wouldn't like them. Pick me. Not confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I am not cutting this video, by the way. If you're seeing everything uncut, I do not care. Except maybe the blood. Nah, it's not real. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Why am I reading like this? ... I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. ... What? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. What the fuck is that word? Let's all go. Sorry. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. I'm a guy though. Isn't that right, Illuminat? No. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Why would you come up with that right now? Suri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Stop talking! I still have other clubs to look at and, shut up! I lose my train of thought. All for good Suri be back with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... don't really that. You all... I'm the first against you. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with... My microphone muted for a second, hold on. Alright. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, yo. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Illuminat, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class or Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Mediocre? I suck ass! I already feel the excitement welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Illuminat, so sorry to hear, do you want to walk home together? That's right, sir, and I never walk home together anymore. We should always stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole day, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Why did Z reactivate? Activate. Will I really be happy spending every day of school in a literature club? No. Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Get the fuck out! Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. What? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Wait a minute, whoa! Was this an original one? I don't remember. Doki Doki. Flower. Doki Doki? Oh, I have to do one of everything. Okay. Passion. Scared. It's crazy. Suicide! Oh no, not Sayori. Bubbles. Maybe you guess for who I'm going right now. Massacre. For games. Play, desire, analysis. There's nothing that fits. I'm saying games. Flee. Nature, blanket, sing, disaster, broken, sweet. Now you should know who I'm going for. Happiness, time, lollipop, misery, peaceful, perfect, death, uncontrollable, melody, marshmallow. Go for lollipop. Headphones, family, valentine, crimson, destiny, pout, tragedy, twirl, infinite feather. Feather. Whistle, imagination, heartbeat, anger, nibble, anime. Sensation, infallible, amazing, misfortune, defeat, firework, bliss, starscape. Starscape. Ribbon, strawberry, variance, agonizing, mouse, chocolate, essence, shame, cheeks, vacation. Going strawberry. Dazzle, whisper, afternoon, journey, aura. Aura! Dazzle, whisper, journey, aura, hop, beauty, ring cloud. Sugar, calm, pleasure. Special, explode, it's comfort, judgment, something. Peace, heart, emotions, prayer, depression, nightmare, fireflies, horror, silly. Poetry. Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music. That's an achievement because I took so long? What the fuck? Heart. Love, email, flying, fun, vanilla. Stick. That's crazy. Sparkle. That's Sayori. What the hell? Boo. Spinning. Despise. Oh. Anxiety is oriented and popping together. Oh, that's dark. Climax. Hair. Fester. Adventure. Candy. Childhood. Eternity. Fluffy. Promise. Alone. Pink. You should know who I was going for. Hi again, Illuminat. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Huh. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Illuminat. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I never made a promise. I just said I'd join. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not as accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds himself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Illuminat always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Siri, I'm not talking to you! And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You don't really I can become friends too. Siri? Hmm? Not Siri! Oh my god! Dot dot dot. As usual, Siri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! You even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Siri? Me? Not really. What? Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Siri made it sound like a big deal and it's not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Guess it means up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So your nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Simp! Well, here. He reaches into her back and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Simp! She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Enthusiastically. Bro, what? Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, how long does this game even take? I have to look. Yeah, sorry, I have to wait. Here. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. How long does... fuck. Does DDLC, normally take to play through? Maybe I should do DDLC Plus because I literally don't know the difference between the both. Plus typical 5 to 8 hours. Oh heck no! A single standard playthrough main story usually takes around 5 to 8 hours for most players. Some tracking data shows player finishing around 6 to 9 hours. One site user suggests around 4.5 hours for only the main story and 10 hours if you include extras. Oh, okay. So we're not doing everything in this video. Oh well. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she is waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seemed to be annoyed by something. She's probably too short to reach her book. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized? Someone else is just gonna mess it up. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You're manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I had to bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Hey, excuse me? What's that supposed to be? I swear. I see. I don't see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Nasty snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know what I feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Buffet Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge me, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Illuminat. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Seriously? In fact, I took and pulled out the first volume of Phaedrus from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She stuffs the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in color for attire, striking animated feminine poses. DDLC! It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs an arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close, like, together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and squeezes an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like she's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare to be writing to entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginnings is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get all in their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimate you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Full power?! Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there are a lot of baking in this manga. Is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever can do anything because it's in the manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up for manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Read own form movements. Why is she so small? I finished a couple chapters at this point. ... Are you sure this is important for you? It's not. Even though we're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I was getting excited when I convinced any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? What? Huh? You don't? Your face changed. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Huh. I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think mangas for kids. Mangas for kids? What the hell? I can't bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? That's not a phase! Manga and anime is not a phase. Makes you want to punch him in the face. I know these kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Yeah, I don't have any friends who are into it. Actually, I have one friend who's into it. And I have Lydian. He's not really into it, but he doesn't judge me for it, at least. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safer in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not that it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Haha. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. She wanted to spoiler me! Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's... Stark? Is that an English word? No way, no, that's not an English word. What does the English word Stark mean? Was it possible to ignore? There's a stark difference between two endings. Bro, what? Bro, in German it's literally strong. What the hell? That's crazy. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling when you get to connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, from whom is a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to be sure we have a good time. Thought you do look pretty cozy over there, huh? Uh, Leslie suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and head towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? What did I just do? What was that noise, bro? Is that really alright? I said it mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one tomorrow so we can start with the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's necessary to sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sarah and Monica I hate these words. Enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I want to have Natsuki as last. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. You stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time to finish reading. Um. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. What? It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. What do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Your bears her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take you a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once she refines her train of thought, if it's as if the manner totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Bro, I can't read, bro. It's literally like 11 p.m. Of course, it's not something we can blame for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even with writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem, though? Please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. You're small to dream and believe that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Oh fuck no. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember's glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last gets to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. That's nice. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. How did you know? What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, like that. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Bro, I forgot everything that happened in that poem, by the way. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort. Hold on. Okay. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem next? Guess I'm doing Monica. Hi, Illuminat. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, If you ever any suggestions for a club, like new activities or things we can do better, bro, I don't have that fucking long ass thing in mind. Oh my god, bro. I forgot how long this is. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lynette. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have Monica in my poem. I like it a little with that. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No! Kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Exactly! That's what was my. That was what. That's the purpose of that poem. And she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep, there are lots of poems and stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express viewers of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the new kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Huh. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read them. Oh, damn. Huh. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas? What? Already sorted with my permanent copy of the meaningless images. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Interesting poem. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. There was an inspiration behind this one. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany. Recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Well, heck no. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the papers and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Alright. Sayori. ... This is a good poem, Illuminat. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Elmo, that deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only a really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this meant to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! And now will you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. That's the same thing Monica said. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I went eggs on toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Well, next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. Dot dot dot. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. What to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours? Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go like, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you want to ruin it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Let's see, your retort gets caught in the throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all safe and important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Betsky must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like the poem. She is so dirty! In any case, you still need to shower. Yeah, bro. You still need to shower. You smell. You still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's a great poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Or is I convinced that I won't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things, it can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like a setup for a rhyme at the end, but they made it all flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. Flat like you. So you did, I guess, more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if it's Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they were just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My Iceland and Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch for their expression to change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrowed in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? I care about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sarah liked it. And Illuminat did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Illuminat liked my poem too, you know? He even told me I was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize we were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Illuminat appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately go out of my way to take everything I do overly cutesy. Yeah. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one. This boost magically grew a size bigger as soon as the Illuminati started showing. Oh my god! Natsuki! Oh, Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting guys! Suddenly both girls turned to one of the teenagers on the side was standing there. Illuminati! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That meaning should jump out the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Illuminati. Wait, there's no reason we have many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey a complex feeling and meaning the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting to yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Illuminati? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know everything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Help me, Sayori! I'm going to ask you. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I remember Brian in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at doing that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ha! Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki always whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sarah is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so don't need to feel threatened. You're a good writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me like that. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? I'm surprised Natsuki has a hard time with it than she boasted. Staring at Monica looks away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away holding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Nat Yuri. Say, Yuri. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it. Sorry. I pat Yuri on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone reads each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worth it for everyone. Especially you, Illuminat. Get the fuck out, leave me alone. And be honest. It's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before you go home, so we all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting with the literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do something writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sarah. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in a literature club probably means I can't spend all the time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. And that, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about poems everyone likes. With any lucky, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I thought to myself with a newfound determination. Illuminati! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Siri beams at me. It's truly been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Say, Yuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Almanat, it's nice to get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Yuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I just have to see what the future holds here. I pat Sayori in the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I really need to save, bro. Alright. How is that Sayori? That's Yuri? Okay. God damn it. Serious jumps in marriage. Okay. God damn it. Horror. How is that? Oh my god. What? How's that, Yuri? Another day passed and it's time for the club meeting today. I've gotten a lot more comfortable here over the past couple days. I'm gonna save real quick. I didn't save one single thing. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Elmina. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. First club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Oh my god, bro. I don't know. Should I stop the video right now? I think I'm going to. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video until now. Nothing really happened, but who cares? Actually, yeah, okay. See you guys next time. Bye bye.